Welcome to another episode of St. Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we are going to discuss extreme poverty in St. Vincent the Grenadines. Well, as you all know, they are saying that the geothermal project in St. Vincent has started back. If you notice the thumbnail on this video, I showed you one of the only factories in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that is the St. Vincent Distillers. It belongs to the private sector, and it employs most of the people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines at this current time. That is one of the factories that the regime needs to establish. Here we are at the St. Benedict's Day nursery, and this was the first nursery. Back in the day, they had some kids on the road and so on, and they used to bring them to the nurseries. Yes, this is it. And this building is unoccupied at the moment because they created a new structure around at the back. Taking all the morning stroll with St. Vincent and told stories. Yeah, so they are going to start back the geothermal project. The air is already being cleaned up to start back the project. So everyone is saying, why start back that project? And the St. Vincent is under extreme poverty at this current time. Too many poor people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines right now. Too much. To start back that geothermal project. Yes, as I told you before, the area to the Lassafre volcano has already been cleaned, and as they are saying that the geothermal project is going to start back. What do you think about the restart of the geothermal project? Do you think that it is a good idea to start back that project? The last time we lost millions, and they were saying that they were workmen up there working for about $3,000 to $4,000 per fortnight, and some were complaining that they were college graduates not making that to the Balcombs estate. You see where farming is being done. This is a lot of agriculture here, and nothing is being done. No factories is being set up to process these things. Look, so many coconuts on the trees. No factories is being set up in St. Vincent to produce juices and so forth. And we are exporting those juice, those raw materials, like the fruits and the vegetables, to places like Barbados, places like Trinidad, Fort. Look, so many agricultural land. We are on the Balcombs estate. And these produce doesn't have to be exported. We can make our own juice, just like Pine Hill in BIM. Look, so many agriculture produce being planted in St. Vincent. Look, one just dropped off a tree just now. We can produce our own juices. And I just showed you the one factory that is employing everyone, and it is the St. Vincent Distillers. And it has been 20 years and no other factories have been opened. Look, it's falling off of the trees. So many agricultural lands. And Mr. Balcom has been doing a great job. But what we need right now are the factories. So many lands, my people. So many. The regime has failed. And as I told you before, untold stories, we are not on any sides. The regime has failed. And if the other side go there as well and they don't do their job properly, would say that they have failed. Too many fruits and vegetables are being exported when we can produce our own juice. What are we doing, St. Vincent? We are under extreme poverty, and they are talking about starting back the geothermal project, which had failed already. Do you want them to start back the geothermal project? Look, so many agricultural lands. What are we doing? We are taking a walk right now up to the Balcombs estate. So we are showing you the amount of agricultural produce that is being planted in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They haven't set up any factories in the last 20 years. The fishermen in the ocean are catching so many fish daily. And they have to put fish on ice in the vegetable market when those fish can be canned and exported. Look at the Balcombs estate. So many food trees. Look at this larger fence. Everything is fenced wrong. That's just to show you so many agricultural produce. Nothing is being done. Nothing whatsoever. You don't want to be intruders, but let's take a look at one of this piece of land to see what is being planted here. Just giving you an idea that farming is being done in these areas, but the farmers are not able to sell their produce properly. They have to sell it off cheaply to the traffickers. Look, so many work is being done. I thought they said that banana was finished. Oh, these are plantains. You see so many plantains? Look. So many plantains are being grown in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but the regime has no idea what they are doing. We need factories. Just imagine we are exporting our plantains and the chips are being sold back to us at a higher price. And we are the ones who planted those plantains. Look. We might be intruding on lands that do not belong to us, but we are not taking anything because we do not believe in stealing. We are just having a look around to show you that a lot of persons are putting their hands to use. Look. So many coconuts. These are a lot of plantains, you know. Every week the traffickers come up and they buy them at a cheap rate, and then those plantains are exported to places like Trinidad, and then they are sold back to us at a higher price. Look, this land was just plowed. Do you think the farmer is going to make back this money that he plowed the land with? Absolutely not. He's not gonna make it, because as I told you before, I drew up an example and showed you that if you plant 10 sacks of potato and you sell them off at $60 a sack over the period of say 3 to 4 months, then you are not going to make anything. And then the persons in the office would make about $1,500 or $2,000, and then they are saying that agriculture is paying. Agriculture is not paying. Something needs to be done urgently. This is the reason why youths don't want to be farmers, because when they do the calculation and they sum up the maths with the persons in the office and the farmers, then they do not want anything to do with farming, because farming is not paying right now. Look, so many plantains, yet they have to be exported. Yes, my people, it's early morning and we are out doing this live video. A lot of rain has been falling. Is it raining in your area? Look, plenty rain in St. Vincent. Skies are dark. Up at the Last of Red volcano, well, you can't see it from here, but it's actually raining in the mountains. Something needs to be done. It's either we ask for the big man to step down, or we ask for a change. Yeah, nothing is being done, man. Nothing. There goes Mr. Balcom and his tractor there. Mr. Balcom is one of the most, well, I would say most important farmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because he started farming even before I was born and he never stopped. Mr. Balcom is one of the main farmers who exports, who sells all his products to supermarkets and so on. And he's out in the lands early. My people, this is it. This is where we have come over the last 20 years. Nothing has been done over the last 20 years in St. Vincent. Absolutely nothing. Look. You see, Mr. Balcom had to secure his fencing because of thieves. And that is another factor again. Pray their last penny. Plus, no factories is being set up, so you only get a small amount of money for your agricultural produce. So folks, you have heard the cries of the people, the cries of the farmers, and we need to do something urgently. Something needs to be done. We need factories, we need industries. The people cannot take these roadworks twice per year. Oh, and I must remind you that the road gangs are about to go out in St. Vincent to do the road cleanups again. And that is only twice per year. The people cannot take those kind of jobs anymore. They need jobs, proper jobs. They need 9 to 5 so that they can feed their families and send them to school. And right now, it is going to be extremely hard because you know the big C is in and the youths can't go to school like before, and some of the workers like the vendors and so on, they can't get anything sold, so they need something else, and the regime is not providing anything else. And my people, seems like the rain is coming down, so we would catch up a little later. Viewers and subscribers, don't you think that St. Vincent and the Grenadines need factories? Think about it. Ask yourself the question. Look at these roads. Look at these gutters. Potholes after potholes. Oh my. Something needs to be done. Yet they are talking about going back up at the geothermal site to start back the project. Folks, I'm out.